Can you believe that nobody warned me about this before I moved to Florida? Neither can I. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel Living in Tampa. If you're new to my channel, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the little bell so that you'll be notified every time that I release a new video. Today's video is going to be about the top 5 things that I wish people had told me before I moved to Tampa. So let's get to it. The number one thing that no one warned me about before I moved here is the rainy season. You heard that right. In Tampa, Florida, the Sunshine State, there is a rainy season. It happens in June. The timing of it perturbs me every year because it's June, it's summer. You're thinking, I live in Florida, I'm going to go to the beach, I'm going to enjoy being out in the sun. But no, it doesn't work like that, at least in Tampa, because it starts raining in June, and that's like right when the kids get out of school. So I've been looking forward to, when we first moved here, I was thinking, it's in the summer, every weekend. We're going to go to the beach, we're going to have a big time, and it's going to be great. Well, then June rolled around and we found out that there's rainy season. And in Florida, when it rains, it doesn't just sprinkle. I mean, it pours. So you've got thunder, you've got lightning, you've got, just the wind is whipping, and you literally cannot go outside while it's raining. And it happens every day for almost the entire month of June. So you can't really go to the beach. The only good thing about it is that it does tend to happen in the afternoon most of the time, unless there's some kind of tropical storm or hurricane out there brewing, then it can rain all day. But most of the time it happens in the afternoon, and a lot of times it's the late afternoon. So you do learn to live with it, and you've just got to try to plan your day around that. And once your kids are teenagers, that's kind of hard because, they like to sleep in the morning, so it's not like you can get them up early and go and do the things that you want to do with them. It's like waking the dead sometimes, but that's pretty much what you have to do if you want to enjoy any time outdoors in the summer. Is get up early, get everything done, and then plan on being stuck inside for most of the afternoon because it is going to be pouring and you're not going to be able to go outside. And you can just about forget driving in it because it's raining so hard that you can barely see. And when you do go out there and drive in it, you're going to get really frustrated because the people that live here that try to drive in the rain definitely shouldn't be driving in the rain because they don't know what they're doing. They turn on their hazards and they drive really slow, and there's an accident, every block. It's ridiculous. So when it's raining, it's best just to stay inside. And just know, when you're moving to Florida for the first month of summer, you're going to be stuck with a lot of rain. The second thing that no one really warned me about was the humidity. Now, people did tell me it's humid in Florida, and everybody knows it's humid in Florida, but I wasn't expecting quite the level of humidity that I encountered when I actually got here. And you cannot really describe it to anyone too accurately. The best way that I've heard it described is if you get in the shower, take a shower, get out, don't dry off, and then put your clothes on. That's about what it feels like when you're walking around outside in summer in Florida with the humidity, because immediately after you walk outside, you're sweating. It's just, you can't help it. And if you're a person that likes to exercise, like outdoors, like I love to run, so I get up at the crack of dawn to go run so that it's not as hot as it is later in the day, because it's almost unbearable to run like after lunchtime. So I get up about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I go for my run. When I come back, I literally look like I got out of the shower with my clothes on. And, that's how bad the humidity is. You just are sweaty all the time. And you know how you have all these cute little outfits that you want to wear because you're in Florida and it's sunny? Well, you learn to stay away from dark colors because you're going to get wet, pit stains from sweating all the time. So that's the joys of the humidity. The other thing that drives me crazy about the humidity here is because it's so hot and it's so humid, and then you walk into a store and they've got it freezing cold in every store, every restaurant. it'll be set at like 60 degrees and you walk in and you're wet from the humidity and immediately you're freezing. So you learn that you've got to take a jacket everywhere that you go. I mean, movie theaters, Walmart, Target, everywhere, you're going to freeze to death. And it's so ridiculous. It's 90 something degrees outside and you've got to remember to bring a jacket. But that's the Florida humidity that no one warned me about. The third thing that no one warned me about living in Florida is the bugs. So yes, I think everyone realizes there's a lot of bugs in tropical climates, but Florida definitely has a huge variety of them, and I'm just not a person that deals well with bugs. Bugs and snakes are my two things that I just really don't like, and I'm not a person that's scared of a lot, but we've got cockroaches here. Every kind of cockroach you can think of, the German cockroach. They have these things called palmetto bugs that my grandma, who lives in Georgia, she used to call them palmetto bugs, and I never believed her because, trust me, they look just like a roach. I don't know who came up with the term palmetto bug. I think they were just trying to make it sound nicer than roach. But there are a lot of roaches. You definitely have to have a pest control company when you live here because you don't want to deal with all the different bugs that we've got. We've got fire ants, so whenever you're out working in the yard, you really have to be cognizant of that because I've stepped in more fire ant beds than I care to remember. We've got wasps, lots of wasps, these weird wasps that are called mud daubers, and they build these like nests that are made out of dirt that cling onto your house, and they literally are impossible to get off, and those wasps are flying around all the time. And this is all mostly in summer, okay? So it's not year round. I don't want to freak anybody out. It's, you know, you're not constantly surrounded by bugs, but I just want you to be aware that there are a lot of bugs. The weird bug that we have here is called love bugs, and those come out just as the weather's turning, like from spring to summer. It's starting to get hot, and they're only around for a few weeks, but boy, are they annoying. They don't hurt anybody. It's these two little bugs. They always fly around together, two of them. That's why they're called love bugs, and they get all over your car. When you're driving, it sounds almost like it's raining because you're hitting them so much, and there's just bug guts all over your car. So you have to wash your car a lot because the residue from the bugs can actually ruin your car's paint. So that's something that you, in the summer, when it's first starting to be summer, you've got to be sure to be ready to wash your car a lot because of those bugs. And they're kind of annoying too, because when you're walking and it's that swarm of them that comes and they'll land on you, and it just kind of freaks me out, even though I know they're not going to hurt me. But yeah, bugs. Just know when you're moving to Tampa, you're going to have a lot of bugs to deal with. Luckily, it's just mostly in the summer, but I just want everyone else to know what I did not know. Be ready for the bugs. Another thing that no one really warned me about when I moved to Tampa was the traffic. Now, I know a lot of big cities have really bad traffic, so if you're moving here from New York or California or somewhere like that, you might not think the traffic is bad here. I know a lot of my customers tell me that it's not bad, but if you're moving from other parts of the states, you are probably going to think that the Tampa traffic is bad. The thing is that everything is kind of spread out, so it takes you a really long time to get anywhere, really. I mean, just for me to get out of my neighborhood takes me like 5 minutes, and my neighborhood's not that big, but it's just the way things are laid out and the number of you know, stop signs and stop lights that are everywhere around. The other thing is the drivers. You just got really bad drivers in Tampa, and a lot of it, I think, stems from the fact that we have people that move here from all over that have maybe different driving habits and different you know, ways of driving from wherever they're at. And also we've got, you know, the elderly population. A lot of people move here to retire, and we've got all the snowbirds that come here that are here from like you know, November through about March. The population in a lot of the places actually doubles or even triples. So you've got all this influx of people, and the roads, just there's really not enough infrastructure to support all these people. So the roads tend to get backed up, and you know, there's a lot of accidents all the time, which leads me to the next thing, and my final thing that I wish someone had told me about before I moved to Florida was car insurance is so expensive here. It's ridiculous, especially if you have a teenager. Now, my husband and I, luckily, we both have really great driving records. Our insurance, I don't think, is too terrible because we've lived here so long now. I think I've gotten used to it, but I do remember when I first moved here, I thought, oh my gosh, why is this so much? We pay just for the two of us like $180 a month. But for my daughters, we pay a tremendous amount of money. They're both teenagers. They've never had tickets. They've never had accidents. They both have good student driver discount, but we still pay, I want to say it's like $400 a month. It is $400 a month for them to drive. So $200 each a month. And from what I understand, that's actually kind of affordable. And I think, I mean, not affordable, it's kind of cheap compared to other companies, because my husband and I also have our homeowners insurance and like the multiple policies with the same company. So they're giving us some kind of a discount for that. And but from what I understand, that's actually pretty normal to pay, you know, a very high amount for car insurance here because of all the accidents that are in Florida. Well, there you have it, the top 5 things that no one told me before I moved to Tampa that I wish they had. And those 5 things might have made Tampa seem like maybe not so great of a place, but let me tell you, I absolutely love Tampa. I've lived here for over 12 years now, and I have no intention of moving anytime soon. Now, I've moved over 23 times in my lifetime because my dad was in the Army and my husband was in the Navy. And so we moved every couple of years, sometimes every 6 months. It was crazy. I've lived in all kinds of different countries, but I can tell you, even with these 5 things that aren't so great, Tampa is the best place to live. Hey, listen, if you're even thinking about moving to the Tampa Bay area, you've got to give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email. However you want to communicate with me is fine. I'm always available. When it comes to moving to Tampa, I've got your back. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, ring the little bell so you'll be notified every time that I release a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.